Machu Picchu, Peru's ancient Inca sanctuary was intentionally built on faults. This is not the first time we find ancient temples, complexes built on ley lines and fault lines. Geological Society of America on Science Daily reports this. This is a summary of the finding is that the ancient Inca sanctuary of Machu Picchu is considered one of humanity's greatest architectural achievements, built in a remote Andean setting atop a narrow ridge high above the precipitous river canyon. It's a site renowned for its perfect integration with the spectacular landscape. But the sanctuary's location has long puzzled scientists. Why did the Incas build their masterpiece in such an inaccessible place? The ancient Inca sanctuary, considered one of humanity's greatest architectural achievements, in a remote Andean setting atop the narrow ridge above precipitous river canyon. On Monday, 23rd September 2019, the Geological Society of America GSA annual meeting in Phoenix, Rualdo Menegat, a geologist in Brazil's Federal University of Rio Grande do Sul, presented results of a detailed geoarchaeological analysis that suggests the Incas intentionally built Machu Picchu, as well as some of their cities, on locations where tectonic faults meet. Quote, Machu Picchu's location is not a coincidence, unquote, said Menegat. He said it would be impossible to build such a site in the high mountains if the substrata was not fractured. Using a combination of satellite imagery and field measurements, Menegat mapped a dense web of intersecting fractures and faults beneath the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Machu Picchu. His analysis indicates these features vary widely in scale, from tiny fractures visible in individual stones to major 175-kilometer-long lineaments that control the orientation of some of the region's river valleys. Menegat found that these faults and fractures occur in several sets, some of which correspond to the major fault zones responsible for uplifting the central Andes Mountains during the past 8 million years. Because some of these faults are oriented northeast-southwest and others trend northwest-southeast, they collectively create an X shape where they intersect beneath Machu Picchu in Peru. Menegat's mapping suggests that the sanctuary's urban sectors and the surrounding agricultural fields, as well as individual buildings and stairs, are all oriented along the trends of these major faults. Quote, the layout clearly reflects the fracture matrix underneath the site, Menegat said. Other ancient Inca cities, including Ollantaytambo, Piscat, and Cusco, are all located at the intersection of faults, says Menegat. Each is precisely the expression of the main directions of the site's geological faults, he said. Menegat's results indicate the underlying fault and fracture network is as integral to Machu Picchu's construction as its legendary stonework. This mortar-free masonry features stones so perfectly fitted together that it's impossible to slide a credit card between them. As master stoneworkers, the Incas took advantage of the abundant building material in the fault zone, says Menegat. He said the intense fracturing there predisposed the rocks to breaking along the same planes of weakness, which greatly reduced the energy needed to carve them. In addition to helping shape individual stones, the fault network at Machu Picchu likely offered the Incas other advantages, according to Menegat. Chief among these was a really ready source of water. The area's tectonic faults channeled meltwater and rainwater straight to the site, he says. Construction of the sanctuary at such a high perch also had the benefit of isolating the site from avalanches and landslides, all too common hazards in the alpine environment, Menegat says. The faults and fractures underlying Machu Picchu also helped drain the site during the intense rainstorms prevalent in the region. About two-thirds of the efforts to build the sanctuary involved construction subsurface drainages, MLordandGod said. The pre-existing fractures aided this process and help account for its remarkable preservation, he says. Machu Picchu clearly shows us that the Inca civilization was an empire of fractured rocks. This is by the Geological Society of America, and it's on Science Daily. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.